You open ChatGPT, you type a question, you read the answer, you copy and paste it somewhere, and then you do the rest yourself. That's level 1. And if that's how you're using AI right now, you're using maybe 10% of what it can do. There are 4 levels. Most coaches, consultants, and strategists I talk to are stuck at the first one. They've heard AI is the future and they've tried it, but it's not really changing anything for them. McKinsey says 73% of knowledge workers now use AI at work, and almost none of them are getting their time back. And that's not an AI problem. It's just a problem with the level you're stuck at. Hello everyone, I'm Jonathan. I install AI operating systems for B2B coaches and consultants so they spend less time doing the work and more time owning their business. And in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to walk you through all 4 levels. What level 1 actually costs you, what level 2 unlocks in an afternoon, what level 3 looks like when an AI gets hands, and what level 4 in AI operating system does for your week once you stop being the one doing all the work. Let's get into it. Level 1 is chat. This is the AI version almost everybody uses. ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude.ai straight in the browser. You open a tab, you ask a question, you get the answer, and you take that answer and you go and do something with it. That's the loop. Type, read, copy, paste, do. And look, it's better than nothing. It's faster than writing from a blank page. But here's what people miss. You're still the middleman. Every single thing AI gives you has to pass through your hands before it comes a result. Picture a business coach on a Sunday night. She's writing her weekly client newsletter. So she opens ChatGPT, she types in the topic and she gets a draft. She copies it. She rewrites half of it because it doesn't sound like her. She pastes it into Kit and she schedules it. That's 40 minutes of her Sunday every Sunday. ChatGPT did help, but the AI didn't free her up. She's still the bottleneck and every output goes through her. And this is what I see in almost every B2B coach and consultant I talk to. They're using a Ferrari to drive to the mailbox. The tool is incredible, but the way they're using it is small. So if you're at level 1 right now, there's no shame in it. It's a good start. It's where I started too, and that's where nearly everyone does start. But the point is, this is the floor, not the ceiling, and there's so much more you can be doing with AI. Level 2 is where it stops being a search engine and starts being something that knows you. The tool is the same one most of you already pay for. Something like Claude.ai and ChatGPT have these, but you're now using their projects feature. A project is a workspace, and you can give it files such as your business plan, your brand voice guide, your offers and pricing documents, your ideal client profile, your last 3 client wins. And when you ask it something, it's not answering from scratch. It's answering with all that's in its head. So if we look back at the same business coach on the same Sunday night, she's writing her newsletter, but now her project has her last 12 newsletters in it. Her brand voice doc, her offers. She types, draft this week's newsletter, topic is client retention, and end with an audit CTA. What comes back already sounds like her phrases, her structure, her CTA, and 40 minutes becomes 8. Take a sales coach. He uploads his sales playbook, his objection handling scripts, and 3 of his best discovery calls transcripts. Now, he asks, I've got a prospect who keeps saying, I need to think about it. Give me 3 responses in my voice. So he gets 3 responses in his voice. Not generic AI advice, his advice. Level 2 is a real step up. It only takes a few minutes to set up a new project, and it costs you nothing extra if you're already paying for something like Claude. But here's where level 2 hits the ceiling. It is smart about you, but it is still a chat box. You still have to ask, you still have to copy, and you still have to take what it gave you and go do the next step yourself. But you moved up a level, so that's a good thing. But you didn't get off the treadmill. Quick one before we keep going. If anything I've said so far feels like you, I do a free AI discovery call where we'll map exactly where your time is going and what we could automate first. Link is in the description. Now let's get back into it. Now on to level 3. Level 3 is where AI gets its hands. This is the level most founders don't know exists yet. This tool is called Claude Code, and it looks scarier than it is, and it opens in something called VS Code, which is just a window for working with files. Don't worry too much about it. The thing that matters is what Claude Code can actually do. At level 1 and 2, AI answers you and you do it. At level 3, AI is doing work. And let me show you what I mean. I've just typed in for Claude Code to send an email to my email saying hello YouTube, and we'll let it run, and it should end up sending the actual email to my email address. And in just a few seconds, I can go over to my email and you'll see there it is. Hey Jonathan, hello YouTube, just like I asked. But all that just from one instruction. You can hook this up to a lot more, so it could read a list of emails and send them all out. If it can find cold leads from a CRM you have, draft a follow-up for each one, save them somewhere you can review, And you don't even have to copy anything down. It does it all for you. Didn't paste anything. I just describe the outcome I want and AI does the work. And that's the gap. The gap between AI said it and it's done disappears. Now I know what you're thinking. Jonathan, I'm not a developer. I'm a coach. I'm a consultant. I'm a strategist. I don't want to learn this VS Code thing. And I hear you. I'm not really a developer either. Not anymore, at least. I haven't written production code in a couple years. But here's the thing. You don't write code at level 3. You just describe what you want. In plain English. The same way you'd brief a virtual assistant. This is the reason that this level is the unlock. It's because it ends the copy and paste tax forever. The reason most founders skip it is because they see something called VS Code. They think you have to know how to write code or understand it even, and then they close the tab. But trust me, don't close that tab. The most important hour you'll spend this business quarter is learning how to use Claude Code. Level 4 is the destination. This is what I build for clients. It's called an AI operating system, or AIOS for short. Claude Code on its own is powerful, but it still waits for you to ask. AIOS is Claude Code with 3 things bolted on. First is your business context. So if you think back to level 2, this is giving Claude Code your offers, your clients, your pipeline, brand, goals, processes. So it doesn't have to live in your head and not in 14 different tools. It's in one place where the AI can read it. Second is the data layer. Think this as your numbers and your communications. Your YouTube subscribers, email opens, calendar bookings, meeting transcripts from your client calls, bank balances if you want that. Everything is pulled in fresh every day, so you don't have to track it. And third is automation. It's the stuff that runs whether you ask it to or not. This is Telegram. While I'm demonstrating it on my computer, this comes to my phone every morning at 7 a.m. It tells me what happened yesterday, what's already been handled, and what needs my attention today. And I haven't even opened a single tool yet. As you can see, it shows me all of my currently tracked numbers and engagements. It gives me a quick brief on what happened yesterday and what's critical and where to go next. It shows me my key signals and some action items to take advantage of today. Let me make this real for a coach or a consultant. A business coach who's B2B making $800K a year solo. Her AI operating system knows her offers, her clients, and her brand voice. Her morning brief tells her 2 new discovery call bookings overnight. Sarah missed her group session yesterday, a re-engagement message is drafted, and a newsletter for Sunday is already in her draft folder. She had 3 things on her plate before her coffee, and all 3 of those things are already started for her. Next, let's take a strategy consultant. They have a pipeline of 14 active prospects, and their AIOS pulls in their Fathom transcripts every morning, finds the ones where a prospect raised a concern, then it drafts a tailored follow-up to each, and it queues it for review. What used to be a 90-minute Monday morning ritual becomes a 5-minute approval session. Level 4 is when you stop driving the AI and the AI starts driving the operation. You work on the business while it works in the business. Let me tell you something that took me a while to figure out. At level 1, 2, and 3, you are still the bottleneck. At level 1, you're bottlenecked on the copying. At level 2, you're bottlenecked on the asking. At level 3, you're bottlenecked on the instructing. The AI is faster, but the business still moves at the speed of you. Level 4 is the only level where that stops being true. Because level 4, the system doesn't wait for you to start the conversation. It starts the conversation. It already pulled the data. It already drafted the response. It already flagged what matters. And that changes 3 things in your business. Firstly, you stop having to be at your desk for the business to move. This is what I call away from desk autonomy. It's the single biggest thing missing in a coaching or a consulting business. You go to lunch, the pipeline keeps moving. You take a Friday off, and the follow-ups still go out. You go on holiday, and the newsletter still ships, the leads still get nurtured, and the cold ones still get reactivated. It's not theoretical. I have it running on my business right now. If your business stops the second you stop, you don't own a business. You own a job. Level 4 flips that. Second, you drop your task automation percentage. The percentage of your week that has to flow through your hands. For most coaches and consultants I talk to, that number is 80 to 90%. Almost everything is them. Lead capture, follow-up, onboarding, calendar wrangling, content, and invoicing is all them. At level 4, that number drops fast. When I install an AI operating system for a client, the first goal is to take the obvious stuff off of their plate. Recurring tasks, predictable communication, pipeline movement, that's the stuff they were doing every single week that didn't actually need a human. And the third thing, the revenue per employee goes up. If you're solo, that means revenue per you, but if you've got a team of 3, that means more output without hiring a 4th. There are solo operators now running 7-figure businesses because their AI operating system is doing the work of 2 to 3 staff. And that used to be impossible. A year ago it was rare, but right now it's quietly becoming the standard for operators who figure this out early. And here's the bit nobody tells you. The level 1 person and the level 4 person have access to the exact same AI. The same models, the same intelligence, and the same price point on the tools. The difference isn't the AI. The difference is how it's wired into the business. That's the moat, not the tool, the level that they're operating at. And right now, most of your competitors are still at level 1. But where do you start? Don't try to jump from level 1 to level 4 tomorrow. Instead, climb. This week, get to level 2. Open your Claude account or your ChatGPT account and create a project. Upload your offers, your brand voice, and your last few pieces of content so you're not starting from scratch every time you ask it something. And this month, start getting into level 3. You can install the Claude Code desktop app and open it to one folder on your computer and ask it to do one real task and watch it work. And this quarter is where level 4 is going to enter the picture for you. That's where the system starts running on its own. And that's the part I help people build. If you take away one thing from this video, let it be this. You are not behind because you don't know AI. You're behind because you're stuck at level 1 and you don't know that there's a level 4. But now you know. If you want help turning this into a real system for your business, I offer a free AI discovery call. Link is in the description. We'll map out exactly where your time is going and what we should automate first. If this was useful, please subscribe. I post regular videos on how to implement AI into your business. And drop a comment below. Which level are you at right now? 1, 2, 3, or 4? See you in the next one.